in books. I memorized the subway map too. It's 1 block north to Macy's and 2 to Brothers Brooks. Manhattan, I prepared for you. You certainly are different from what they have back home, where nothing's over 3 stories high, and no one's in a hurry or wants to roam. But I do, though they wonder why. They said I would soon be good and lonely. They said I would sing the homesick blues. So I always have this ticket in my pocket, a ticket home in my pocket, to do with as I choose. Burn the bridge, bet the store, baby's coming home no more, not for the life of me. Break the lock, post my bail, done my time, I'm out of jail, not for the life of me. A life that's gotta be more than a one-light town where the light is always red. Gotta be more than an old ghost town where the ghosts ain't even dead. Clap your hands just because, don't you know that where I am ain't where I was, not for the life of me. You see, I've gotta be more than a country wife making babies till I croak. Gotta be more than a leading role in a farmer's daughter's joke. Days of yore, kind and gentle, ask me if I'm sentimental, not for the life of me. But not for the life of, not for the life of, not for the life of me.
I suppose, think we're mad, heaven knows, the world has gone back to the room.
What we think is unique and quite adorable. Dating is not fun and
But the fact is, everything today is thoroughly modern.
check your personality.
Everything today makes yesterday slow.
Better face reality.
It's not insanity, says Vanity Fair. In fact, it's stylish to raise your skirts and bob your hair. Have you seen the way they kiss in the movies?
Isn't it delectable?
Painting lips and pencil lining their brow. Now it's quite respectable.
Goodbye, good goody girl, I'm changing and how?
So keep the drums, 'cause here's the third modern Millie now. What we think is chic, unique, and quite adorable. They think it's fun and subtle and memorable. But the fact is, today is literally modern.
Bands are getting jazzier.
Everything today is starting to go. Cars are getting snazzier.
They say it's criminal, what living will do.
What they're forgetting is
This is 1922.
don't you? You don't own the sidewalk, lady. Learn to share it with the rest of us.
Well, I meant to trip you.
Well, of all the dirty
My purse is gone.
And?
My map, my scarf, my shoe.
They stole your shoe.
While I was wearing it. 10 minutes in this town and I have my New York horror story.
Honey, you're my New York horror story.
But it's every penny I have.
Oh, hey, look, I feel for you. I'll cross the street the next time I see you, but I feel for you. It's just girls like you arrive here every day so full of dreams you may as well be sleepwalking. But now that you're awake, why not ask yourself, do I belong here? Because New York is great, but the cost of living is high, and I'm not talking cash. And I can't help but think if I were in your shoe, I'd make a beeline right back to Keokuk or Gopherville or wherever.
Salina, Kansas.
Salina, Kansas, even worse.
Oh, and who are you, the unwelcome wagon?
Hey, let me get this straight.
Oh.
You trip me up, make me late for a date with a sweet little blonde. But still in all, I took a moment to give you some sound advice. My good deed for the decade.
If that's your good deed, I'd hate to see a bad one because you're really not helping.
Well, look, I'm trying to by telling you the way it is. Look, you got a place to stay?
No.
Any friends or family nearby?
No, but...
And you don't have a job?
No, but...
No buts. You ain't got nothing.
Hey,
look, I'm trying to do you a good deed.
the Hotel Priscilla?
Yeah, it's a rooming house for actresses. They're used to girls who can't pay. Check yourself in, get a good night's sleep, and first thing in the morning, wire home for train fare. Your folks will only be too glad to send it. And you may not believe me now, but when you return to... Kansas, was it? You'll say to yourself, well, I had my big adventure, but it sure is great to be back in my own bed.
He said I would sing the homesick blues. Granny dear, mother mine, old and gray at 29. Calloused hands, broken heart, dreams that die before you start. I ain't got nothing, so I ain't got nothing to lose. Who needs a map? Who needs a scarf? And who needs you, mister? Whoever you are, because I'm a pioneer woman, pal. The MetLife Tower, the Woolworth Building, there's gold in them, their hills, and I'm gonna get it or die trying. The days of yore, kind and gentle, ask me if I'm sentimental, not for the life of me. Not for the life of, not for the life of, not for the life of me.
Where's the creek at the store? Baby's coming home no more. Not for the life of me. I like that gotta be more than a one-night town. And the light ain't small when it's one night town. Gotta be more than an old ghost town. Ghost ain't even dead. Brother is just because where I am ain't where I was. Not for the life of me. Not for the life of. Not for the life of me.
Can you believe Old Man Harris wouldn't even audition me for that latest coffin play?
It's all about the office boy. Read him right and you'll read for the role.
Gloria, I want to be like you.
Oh, me too. A little lived in. Girls, have y'all seen the Daily Graphic? Manhattan's most eligible bachelor? No, y'all. The headline. White slavery.
Innocent girls forced into lives of licentiousness and degradation.
What's that?
So they're actresses?
It's no joke. They're shipped to the Orient where they're sold as streetwalkers.
Oh, well, that's one way to meet a man.
Good night.
And those rats, crazy. Listen, doesn't believe to be missing, mostly orphans who suddenly disappear and all goes unnoticed.
Sad to be all alone in the world. Though none
of you need worry what with your big warm family.
But Mrs. Meers, you gotta read this.
No, you gotta read this. It's a telegram for you, Eto. Maybe you read it wrong. Oh, Rudy, emergency phone from home. Aris, Gloria, Rita, Cora, Rosie, Mary Dillmount. Where is she?
Pounding the pavement.
Who knew an office job was harder to land than a part of the show?
She's played the early bird every day this week.
With no one to show for it.
And as for the rest of you, why, I still recall when a day an unknown Heron Hayes rose with the rooster.
Thank you, girls. We'll make you proud.
Yeah, if we're not Shanghai to Hong Kong.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what's wrong, Etu? Not bad news.
Good night. My uncle.
Miss Etopie's Hotel Priscilla. Regret to inform you, sir, great Uncle Cyrus killed, sir, in freak threshing accident? Stop. What a way to go. Well, my condolences to your family.
What family? My parents died when I was just a baby.
I had no idea.
No brothers, no sisters.
Cousins, aunts, anyone to keep tab on you?
Well, no, just Uncle Si and me, alone on a farm in the middle of nowhere.
Sad to be all alone in the world. But, step into my office and enjoy a soothing cup of green tea, one of the mysteries of the Orient. By the time you finish, you'll be calm and quiet and ready for a very long nap. Hello, Buddha. Butterfly here. I got one for you. A southern belle your customers will want to ring. $400 cash only. Oh, well, what's there to think about? These are good for a limited time only, so order now. Attaboy, Buddha.
Meers.
Oh, coming, dear.
Meersy! Hello? Meersy, it's me, Millie! Meersy?
Authorized personnel only. Now, where my rent?
I don't have it yet, but
We say today at noon.
I know, but I finally found a job that meets all of my requirements, and they said they'd call at least today, but I bet it's not.
Hotel Priscilla, and I help you. What? Maybe demon. Job. Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Oh, yes, I'd be delighted to give a message. Okay, bye. You didn't get it.
What?
Now, I give you 2 minutes to pack up your things, or you find them on the street.
But seriously, I don't...
Misha's Meers to you.
The other girls call you Meersy.
The other girls are paid in full. You had 1 week on credit and time run out.
Excuse me, I'd like to inquire after the room for rent. What are you, listening at the door? Even an ambulance chaser waits for a siren. The sign says vacancy? Don't believe everything you read. May I please see the concierge? I don't know what that is, but I know this hotel hasn't got it. Heavens. Trust me, you don't want to stay here. The manager's mean, the rooms are hot, and the water always cold. This is living. This is what I call living. I've hungered for this day since heaven knows when. Year after year with a secret yen. All of my prayers, all my desires, every waking moment with my heart afire. Well, you're out of luck. There's only one one room available and it's mine, so unless you want a roommate.
Now I'm living, don't want it all, I'm living.
Put a sock in it, sister. You need a room. I need the rent. I guess we could bunk together, for a night or two, that is. It's a single bed, so you'll take the floor.
Perfect. Give me the meat without the gravy. I'll take the oyster, sans the pearl. Pitching pennies, clipping coupons. See a brand new world unfurl. Let me brown bag all my lunches. Try my hand at canned cuisine. The Berlitz class I long to pass. How the other half lives. No 14-karat cronies, phonies, fair weather friends. I want an on-the-dole mate, soulmate, stormy weather friend.
But if you can afford the risk.
Give me the milk, but hold the honey. Bring on those funny money woes. Paying Paul by robbing Peter. To buy my clothes. Summer on the Isle of Coney, winter in the house kitchenette. I'll turn my dial to rank and file. How the other half lives. Poor, not me, honey. I don't want those morning woes. I'll marry Paul or Dave or Rob or Peter, so I can buy my clothes at Saks Fifth Avenue. Bergdorf Goodman too. The privileged few plus you know who. How the other half lives. You know, we can be very good for each other. I'll show you how to eat on a nickel.
And I'll show you which fork to use.
I'll teach you how to stretch $1.
And I'll teach you how to invest one.
I am on the way up.
I'm on the way down.
It's a good thing we met in the middle.
Give me the milk,
not me,
but hold the honey. I don't want on those funny money woes.
I'll marry Paul or Dave or
Robert Peter, so I can buy my clothes. Summer on the Isle of Coney, winter in our kitchen, a wild sojourn, so I can learn living like the other half.
My very first poor person. Hey, I'm broke, not poor. There's a difference? Yeah, and how? Poor sounds permanent. Broke can be fixed. I have an idea so far ahead of its time, it's almost too bold, too daring, too new woman.
You're frightening me.
Oh, yeah? Then this'll straighten your curls. I'm gonna marry my boss.
When?
I don't know, I haven't got one yet.
But surely you believe that love
Has nothing to do with it. Don't you read Vogue? This month's issue clearly states that marriage is a business arrangement. Love comes later, occasionally with the man you're actually married to.
Well, where will you find him?
The classifieds. I've been interviewing boss after boss, but so far, married, engaged, married, single, and I can see why.
Well, don't you read the tabloids? I find they really capture the flavor of the huddled masses.
Manhattan's most eligible bachelors.
The movers and shakers that make Manhattan tick, all of whom need wives.
And one of whom must need a send-off.
Meers,
before you bite my head off, I have...
Siri Meers, music does not bite. But, who's your friend?
Oh, we haven't met yet. Millie Dillmount.
Miss Dorothy Brown from California.
Oh, an actress, I see.
Oh, how did you guess?
I have a keen eye for talent. Now, what can I do for you, Dorothy?
Miss Dorothy.
Oh, Miss Dorothy's gonna bunk with me and pay the rent until I find a suitable boss.
No need for you to double up. I brought you another week.
Well, where does that leave me?
A nice sunny room just become available right next door to Millie.
You mean 1208? But Ethel Pease...
Ethel Pease just check out.
She only just checked in.
Ethel Pease join the inaugural Repertory company for their Mongolian tour.
But she chewed my ear off not 2 hours ago about her non-existent career.
That's showbiz! Now, if you just come and register here, Dorothy. I mean, Miss Dorothy. Oh, Meers and Millie, always something for you. Mary has such a big, warm family. Do you have such a big, warm family, Miss Dorothy?
I'm an orphan.
Are you? Sad to be all alone in the world. Third floor, dear.
This way, Miss Dorothy. And other half lesson number 1. Some of the girls like to practice their routines in here on account of the hardwood floor. I think it did something to the machinery. Now you have to tap dance to get this thing going. Yeah? You're good. Kick, kick, kick. Just couldn't never go. Like the other half.
Boys, here is one for the scrapbooks. Look at that. Front page. And there I am.
Oh?
Okay, so it's an old picture with numbers across my chest, but those days are over. All of New York may be looking for a daisy crumpler, but no one pays a whit of attention to Mrs. Meers. Of course, I can't take all the credit. After all, I studied acting with Stanislavski and elocution with Mrs. Fisk. But still I say, just give me the right wig and I can play any part. Bun Fu, take Miss Ethel to Buddha for $100 CODASAP. And as for you, Ching Ho, our new arrival is used to the finer things. So let's give her room service. A little snack with enough chloroform in it to knock her out all the way to Hong Kong.
Huh?
Bun Fu. Here. Let me see here. Ah, there. Sung Ethel. Hui Buddha. Hoi Buddha. Hoi Buddha. A sebak. Cash. As for you, Ching Ho, room service. Room service. Room service. Room service. Ah, here we are. Oh.
Home.
Fa.
Mo.
Mo.
Yun.
For Mo Yun. For Miss Dorothy. Dear Ethel, parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say, good night till it be morrow. It's a Shakespeare reference.
Nó có đặc quỷ hổ tôi im. Đơn hai quỷ hổ xịt nào. 為學生，呢個咩個問係咁嘅，係用咗成語成語。
羨慕啲嗱晒佬，你試係開個抄溫柔文，
錢係有得講錢，
梗係啦，快啲運動錢，就快啲就啱啱回嚟啱啱。
咁佢就夠位啦，太閪我兩個仔啊，張個位我睇緊㗎。
但係佢會係no daddy度，no like 正性肥落個興度，有冇錢？有冇錢錯？
哇，小調，點打都。乖乖不在瑞家里要，就说我不要。
生活要比等小吃更繁荣，而且当这样然后，生活要比位置更热闹，灵魂怪更后生，加油加油加油！拍拍手，这个嘛，我的年轻不是不是一样啦，这生活我不要，不留理由。这生活我不要。
Millie Dillmount here to see Mr. Trevor Graydon. Junior, senior, or the third?
Well, Trevor's single.
Single?
Handed. In need of a typist. Shorthand, too.
Number 3.
Is he hiring?
Theoretically. Meanwhile, he's looked at every stenog in the tri-state area. Not a one of them fast enough.
Oh, I'm fast.
So I gathered.
I meant on my machine.
I didn't. Is that rouge?
You don't like me.
I don't like Modern's Missy, and you're as up-to-date as they come.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment. And you'd better be fast if you want the job. Mr. Graydon, yes, Miss Dillmount to see you, sir. Move it!
Congratulations, Miss Dillmount. It takes the average applicant 7 seconds to cross from Flannery's Perch to my way station. I clocked you at 6.4. That's swell, just swell, early bird and all that.
Beautiful.
How's that?
Your beautiful trophy. I love baseball. Baseball?
Football? I won that for football. Now, may I see your references?
Well, I don't have any, but I'm a hard worker and a fast learner.
Oh, references. All right, how about previous employers?
I don't have any of those either.
You don't? I like that.
You do?
Absolutely. Isn't this the land of opportunity, Miss Dillmount? A place where the right combination of aptitude and optimism can take a girl from nowhere, straight to the top. So, let's do this the American way. Bolt the door, take off your things, and let's have a taste.
Excuse me?
Take a letter.
Oh.
To a Mr. John Hudson. Hudson's Floor Wax. You'll find an invoice in the file for the address. Dear Mr. Hudson, colon, my eyes are fully open to my awful situation, so I'm writing you a letter to demand an explanation. When the floor wax that we bought from you arrived here Monday morning, we discovered upon usage that perfumes should have a warning, since the only possibility is that your wax is rancid. I request a full refund of all the money we advanced. And unless you can convince me you've improved the floor wax batter, we will take our business elsewhere, so I hope you solve this matter. How's my speed, Miss Dillmount?
A little slow, perhaps.
Oh. Enclosed you'll find a small container of the stuff I talk about. Just carefully remove the lid and take a whiff if you've a doubt. I'm sure you wouldn't want me to alert the daily papers with the news of how our office was affected by your papers, which is why I choose to write to you a confidential letter full of strong recommendation that you make your floor wax better. I just hope it won't require us to have our floors relayed, and if it does, you may expect a bill. Sincerely, Trevor, Graydon. Now, repeat that back to me, please.
Dear Mr. Hudson, colon, my eyes are fully open to my awful situation, so I'm writing you a letter to demand an explanation. When the floor wax that we bought from you arrived here Monday morning, we discovered upon usage that perfume should have a warning, since the only possibility is that your wax is rancid. I request a full refund of all the money we advanced.
Nice.
And unless you can convince me you've improved the floor wax batter, we will take our business elsewhere, so I hope you solve this matter.
Continue, please.
Enclosed you'll find a small container of the stuff I talk about. Just carefully remove the lid and take a whiff. If you've a doubt, I'm sure you wouldn't want me to alert the daily papers with news of how our office was affected by your papers, which is why I choose to write to you a confidential letter full of strong recommendation that you make our life better. I just hope it won't require us to have our floors relayed, and if it does, you may expect a bill. Sincerely, Trevor, Graydon.
Miss Dillmount, may I speak frankly?
Yes?
If I could be so lucky as to have a good stenographer to keep this place as up to date as her short skirt and bob coiffure, I wouldn't have to worry about our soured office planking and could concentrate on generating profits ripe for banking. That is why I'm testing you with this outrageous correspondence, which I don't intend to actually mail to the respondent. So, if you can make sense of my unintelligible patter, then the job is yours and Hudson's Floor Wax really doesn't matter.
Hudson's Floor Wax doesn't matter.
Hudson's Floor Wax doesn't matter. Hudson's Floor Wax doesn't matter. Now, I want that letter on my desk in 2 minutes flat. Man your machine. Go. Mr. Hudson. Colon. My eyes are fully open to my awful situation, so I'm writing you a letter to demand an explanation. When the floor wakes up before from you arrive here Monday morning, we discovered the money, so nothing you should have a warning. Since the only possibility is I show much suspense and I recurse for a fund of all the money we invested. And unless you can convince me if it's so much matter, we will take our business elsewhere, so I hope you solve this matter.
I hope you solve this matter. I hope you solve this matter. So 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 I hope you solve this matter.
Going on. Close your pen and small container of stuff lock up. Carefully remove it. Take it with you, but I assure you wouldn't want me to alert the daily papers and news of our office was written by a papers. Why I just write to you a confidential letter. Stronger they should make a going better. So far oral crimes never postlaid unless you make spectacles and Sir Trevor. You have made the team, Miss Dillmount.
You have made the team, Miss Dillmount.
Tell me where my desk is when we eat lunch, how much I'll be paid, and nice to meet you. I know we'll be friends. Just call me Millie Graydon.
Millie Graydon.
I mean Dillmount.
Millie Dillmount.
Someday Graydon.
Graydon.
Yes? Beg pardon? Dear me, I didn't order anything. I said I didn't. How sweet. I never could refuse a rose. All right, if you insist. Heavens.
Mrs. Maisi.
Who?
Mrs. Maisi. Oh, so sad to be all alone in the world.
Oh, Mrs. Meers. What about her?
Quay hô dần em mà.
Mày呀,老乜鸟？司機險跌嗰埋。
Mặt lấy cái mồ lấy mẫu cả.
But like them Tomenga.
Clearly, you gentlemen have pressing matters to discuss, so I'll leave you to it. And thank you. I so appreciate the rose.
Oh.
Must I do everything myself? Bun Fu, take care of your brother, and I'll take care of this door.
Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Meers.
Hello, little lady. I have something for you. My way of saying welcome to the Priscilla.
A California apple?
For the California office. Sad to be all alone in the world. But don't look back. Take a bite.
Well, an apple a day.
Well, hello! You're new. You're an actress. I'm an actress too. But we couldn't be any more different, so we'll never be up at the same time, which is a good thing, don't you think? Well, Ruth Devereaux, my stage name, my real name is Dombrowski. But can you imagine that? I'll go to Marquis. Well, nice chat with you. Bye!
Now where were we? Oh, yes.
It smells very ripe.
That because it's juicy. Go on, have a taste.
Oh, Stay! Where'd you get that? I'm starved.
I'll share it with you.
Gee, thanks.
Alice? You remember that delivery boy you had your eye on? Well, any minute now, that Iceman coming.
Iceman!
Eat it!
I did Miss Dorothy! Gloria, Ruth, Alice!
Did what, Millie?
Hello, sister.
You are looking at the future Mrs. Trevor Graydon. He advanced me my first paycheck, so we are painting the town red to celebrate on me to thank each and every one of you.
Oh, thank God.
What?
Well, the purse, the scarf, the dress. Well, in a minute.
What about my ring?
2 weeks worth.
I take that.
And I'll take that.
Peach and Crozed.
Oh.
Beat it! What's he going on about?
I think he's dear.
I think I'm thirsty. Come on, guys. Well, wait up,
They don't know my flair for the dramatic, not a clue the talent I possess. Pretty girls, but not much in the attic, face to face with genius, and they'll never guess. They don't know they're staring at an artist, highly trained to take on any role. Skillful mime and brilliant laundry artist, seeking retribution for the life they stole. I almost acted Chekhov, Ibsen, Shaw, Molière. I almost started Peter Pan, imagine-moi, mes dear. I almost tackled Shakespeare, a blushing Juliet. And if the house were big enough, I still could play her yet. They don't know I've Cotton Hughes and Dooza, Helen Hayes and Bernhardt all in one. They're on top and I look like a loser. Wait and see who's standing when my play is done. So welcome all you bright young ladies. You're checking in to Hotel Hades. I won't stand by while critics praise ya. You're getting shipped to Southeast Asia. But they don't know. Sad to be on the road in the world, 'cause they don't know.
Strongest hooch we've sampled is root beer.
I don't get it. They say the city is teeming with juice joints.
All those in favor of going back to the hotel?
No! Like Eve and the apple, I have my heart set on tasting the forbidden fruit.
Oh. You a first timer?
I've enjoyed a festive sip of champagne, but spirits? Never.
Me neither. Salina's dry as a bone.
Oh, ain't no booze in Amish country. I ain't even had a drunk scene, all right?
Gloria?
Well, my grandmother's fruitcake had a hell of a kick to it.
All right, that settles it. I don't care if it's an undercover copper. We stop and ask the next person we see. And then ask the next person. Let's just...
Kansas.
Millie, you know this man?
It's a short story.
With a surprise ending. What are you doing here? You're gonna make a U-turn.
Good idea. Come on, girls.
Wait a minute. He looks like he knows where a girl can get a drink around here.
Well, it just so happens you're staring at the hottest Speako in town. But unless your cream puffs can hook the right clothespin, that Judas hole ain't never gonna open for you.
Excuse me, but I'm from California. I don't speak New York yet.
He says we're inches away from quenching our thirst, but they won't let us in.
Hey, well, listen to you. You've sure come a long way.
Oh, well, a lot can happen in 7 days. Just read the Bible.
Look, the Bible's not gonna help you here. You have to be escorted by a member.
Well...
What are you, nuts? I got a girl waiting in there for me.
Consider it next decade's good deed.
Please.
All right. But as soon as we're in there, you're on your own.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Who says I'm scared?
Your fringe, it's shaking.
Well, can you blame it? Where I'm from, the only person you find behind bars is the town drunk.
It's no different here. There's just more of us.
How long do you think they'll keep us?
Overnight, probably. Unless you got a hairpin. You got a knack for breaking and entering.
Oh, misspent youth?
18 years on Long Island. If that ain't misspent, I don't know what is.
It's closer than Kansas.
Hey, when you're on the other side, the East River's as wide as an ocean.
Oh, you think the East River's wide? Kansas might as well be the moon, and I fell from it.
Yeah, and landed on your feet.
I landed in jail. I hope you were serious about that hairpin. I've got to be at work in a few hours.
Oh, yeah? What do you do?
Stenog, for now. You?
It depends. If I want to see a show for a night, I'm an usher.
Oh.
The Yankees are playing at home. It's popcorn, peanuts, Cracker Jack. And if the open seat's calling, well, Circle Line's always in need of a knowledgeable guide.
And you make a living?
Hey, I make a life.
Oh.
Sure beats sitting behind a desk 8 hours a day worrying about the price of steel.
Steel?
Yeah. Steel equipment for offices.
Oh, paper clips like?
Yep, paper clips like.
Huh. I'd have never pegged you for a paper clips man. Bootleg gin, maybe, or ladies' lingerie.
Funny. Thought you pegged me for a jerk.
I did. But I still think you deserve better than paper clips.
You know what? So do you.
Oh, what do you know? We have something in common.
So can I ask you a personal question? 7395-15?
What?
Your name?
Millie Dillmount.
Jimmy Smith. I would like to show you, although I hardly know you. I've a funny feeling we make a perfect pair. Famous sights I wanna see you seeing, the night of you and me. Wait a minute. Just a minute. No. I'm a Joe with just one aim. Every night's a date a different dame. Call each one of them the same pet name. Hey, baby. In a row I have my ducks. Loads of gals to give me loads of yucks. Leave the coo to the other clucks. I don't mean maybe. Got it good. What do I need with love? Always practice what I preach. Keep temptation out of easy reach. Stick to dolls who wash their hair in bleach. I'm happy. Come and go the way I choose. Never gonna sing the tie-down blues. Other guys who could have filled my shoes. No wing, clip, sappy. Got it good. What do I need with love? That was a near miss. Talk about a close shave. flirting with disaster. There must be someone out there watching over me. Talk about a four-leaf clover me. Peter Rabbit's missing footsie means I roll without a tootsie. Got it good. What do I need with love? I got it good. What do I need with love? Skip the vows and all that rot. Tell the minister that I do not. Bright and breezy is the birds and bees. Is the free and easy is the life I got. Without her. Although I hardly know you, what do I need with love? I got it good. Got it good. But now I've got it back. Hey, Millie, you mind waiting up? So I was thinking maybe we could grab a cup of coffee.
Oh, I can't. I barely have time to run by the Priscilla, change, and then get to work.
Come on, a quick cup of joe.
I'm new on the job, so I doubt they'll overlook my being late.
Well, they would if they knew that was good for them.
Oh.
They're lucky to have you, Millie Dillmount.
Thank you. And may I just say, Jimmy Smith, the Circle Line's lucky to have you. You may not be so hot with new arrivals, but I have a feeling that down underneath you're a pretty great guy. Duh.
Hey, say, you a Yankees fan?
Why, you need help with that Cracker Jack?
Actually, I got some tickets to tonight's doubleheader. Maybe you can play some hooky and we'll make a day of it.
Oh, no can do. You don't know my fiancé.
Fiancé?
Well, boss. And fiancé. I'm gonna marry him.
Love at first sight?
Oh, not for the modern. She takes charge of her destiny. No more waiting at the port for my ship to come in. I went out and found him.
Well, I guess that means the ball game's out.
Why? Oh, you were thinking we go as
us? Oh, no. that wasn't it at all. I have a third ticket. I was going to say you should invite your friend, Miss California. Yep.
Miss Dorothy?
Yeah.
But what? I gotta go.
Till tonight, Kansas?
Till tonight, Long Island.
Oh, woe is me. Oh, lack a day. Oh, lack a day? Oh, lack a day?
Oh, lack of talent. You, catch her when she falls.
No, Santaya.
What, Ching Ho? Lost your heart to Miss Dorothy? Never mind that I'm the one who feeds you. I'm the one who clothes you. I'm the one you'd better be nice to if you ever want to see your elderly, ailing mother ever again. No, Mama. One Mama. In exchange. For services rendered. Now, places, please.
Girls! What do you think?
Oh, good day.
Mrs. Meers, what are you doing?
I just had to do something with this nasty spot on carpet. You girls always doing.
Oh.
Samantha, I can't see a thing.
Oh, honey, neither can I. Say, what kind of cleaner is that?
It's so soy sauce.
Soy sauce?
Yes, soy sauce. One of the mysteries of the Orient. Polishes doorknob, remove birthmark, homemade henna for otherwise mousy hair.
What do you mean? Soy sauce and it leaves no stain?
Not if you really rub it in.
Bun Fu, help!
Okay, so Millie, why you all so up?
Yes, did you first date with Mr. Graydon?
Finally.
Hey, I've only been here a week. And it's not easy with Watchdog Flannery sniffing around, but I'm making progress.
Well, where's he taking you?
Well, he's not. Jimmy Smith and I
Again.
Oh, where to this time? Coney Island?
Central Park.
Oh, yeah, one of the watering holes he frequents from here to New Jersey.
It's true. Mr. Smith has friends in low places.
And hi.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah, where are you going?
No place special. Just the glamorous penthouse of Muzzy Van Hossmere. Back from a world tour, somehow Jimmy managed to wrangle up an invitation to her welcome home party.
Speaking of which, come along, Millie.
But don't wait up, girls. These showbiz parties go to all hours.
Showbiz party.
But lest you worry, we'll have the finest of chaperones.
We know.
Muzzy.
The wonders of the world are said to stop at 7, but truth be told, my figures don't agree. I number them at 8, with one so close to heaven. The others pale, their magic else. Just take a look and see. Step right up to Treasure Isle. Every inch of it a sky-high mile. Fairy tale land. Only in New York. Hey, castle builder, want the moon and nothing less. Work for years, then overnight success. I know firsthand. Only in New York. Each day it's free admission to those who dream. You set your sights all the way upstream. Off you go where you know that cream will rise. Make that wish. That thrill, come and get it, 'cause you always will. Strike up the band, only in New York. Each day it's free admission to those who dream. You set your sights all the way upstream. Off you go where you know that cream will rise. Rise now and prove that rearrange it. Ever changing, yet it never changes. Life on command. Here's what I'm saying, oh, but it's grand. That's why I'm staying right here as planned. Only in New York. Only in New York. Only in New York.
George Gershwin. How is that symphony coming?
It isn't, Muzzy. I'm stuck. I'm frozen. I'm blocked. Nothing's coming out of this brain.
Well, don't you worry. Inspiration will strike when you least expect it.
Hey, you know it.
Why, Dorothy Parker, that dress is divine. You're just Rhapsody in Blue.
Oh, Muzzy, Variety says you broke box office records.
Mais oui, tout le monde. I left the South Pole to those penguins, the North Pole to Mr. Claus, but everywhere else I came, I saw, I conquered. Buckingham. Ooh, and they ain't kidding. It's fabulous. Tough house. Gimmie, the roses need pruning.
Roses?
Yeah, my father used to be her gardener at her Long Island manse.
I still say Jimmy's the only one who can trim heads like his daddy used to.
Miss Dillmount and Dorothy Brown, may I introduce to you Muzzy Van Hosmer.
Oh, Charm.
What an honor, Miss Van Hosmer.
Muzzy, Millie. Muzzy.
Oh, Muzzy.
Oh, Rodney. Oh,
Millie, I have an audition for David Belasco bright and early, so I'm calling it a night. Rodney! You two know each other? From the orphanage.
Miss Dorothy was just leaving. Come on, I'll walk you out.
Come, Rodney, and tell me, were you ever adopted?
so, Millie, can I get you anything? A spot of bubbly, a bit of gin, anything? Our home is your home.
Oh, will Mr. Van Hosmer be joining us?
Well, that depends. Are you planning a seance? Mr. Van Hosmer died several years ago.
I am so sorry. I had no idea. You just said our home.
That's what Mr. Van H called it. Mind you, Millie, I came to all of this as the second Mrs. Van Hosmer, practically a child. And Millie, you could have knocked me over with a feather when I saw this place. I felt like a crow's feather in Queen Mary's bonnet. But that husband of mine, he just smacked me on the bottom and he said, Baby Van Hosmer, this is not your house. This is not my house. This is our home. And don't you ever forget it. And I never ever have. Unfortunately, we spent a very brief but very, very ecstatic few years together.
Sad.
Yes, and Mr. Van Hosmer hated sad stories. He wanted our home to be filled with nothing but good fun and good friends. So you know what? Let's get kissy right off. Oh. So, Millie, tell me some things about yourself. You were born, and then what happened?
Well, I was born and then I moved here.
We have so much in common. Meet Baltimore's own Mabel out of Walker.
Baltimore?
Not even. Cockeysville, Maryland. And proud of it. Snookums, anybody can be born here. But to move here with nothing but nerve and imagination.
Like a Mabel Ida Walker?
Like a Millie Dillmount. Let's dance.
My Paul Puree.
I am so sorry.
Would you look at that spot?
Spot? Don't worry, Miss Parker. I know something that cleans so you can't see a thing. One of the mysteries of the Orient. Muzzy, which way to the kitchen?
Baby, I have no idea.
Do you think Millie's gonna be okay one-on-one with Miss Parker?
I'm not speaking to you.
What did I do?
For weeks you've been writing to me, dishing about the parties, the shows, even the weather, and not a peep about the most important news of all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Millie Dillmount. Oh, please, Gimmie, don't try to fool me. You are in love with her. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Soy sauce? Oh!
Millie, you can't go back to Kansas now. I mean, You're an ex-con, remember?
Well, I can't stay here. Not for pouring soy sauce all over Dorothy Parker's dress.
Yeah, explain to me again why.
I thought it would clean it. That creepy Mrs. Meers swears by this stuff.
Well, you'll be the talk of the town tomorrow.
Don't say that.
In a good way. I mean, come on. Think of all the people who killed to smother Dorothy Parker in soy sauce, but can't for fear of her poison pen.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, come on, relax. She was so plastered, she's never gonna remember who you are.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Oh, what a relief! A scandal could cost me my job. Mr. Graydon always talks
He's
about
a stiff, isn't he?
Well, some would say so. But I see a side of him that few people are lucky enough to see.
While sitting on his lap?
No.
Well, has he kissed you yet?
No.
Well, does he have a pet name for you?
Yes.
What?
John.
John? That's not very romantic.
But it's modern. He calls me John, you see, because I'm so efficient. Johnny on the spot. And I'll let you in on a little secret. This morning, he came this close to popping the question.
He did?
John, he said, don't ever leave Sincere Trust Insurance Company.
Sweet. Maybe you can work it into your wedding vows.
Another crack. Every time I mention Mr. Graydon, then
Can you just do me a favor? Like, a really big one, because I know how hard it's going to be for you. Can you just not talk about your plan for once?
Why not?
Because I'm getting sick of hearing about it. Look, if you want to marry a guy who thinks of you as a typewriter on legs, then be my guest.
Well, thank you, I will. The new woman chooses reason over romance any day of the week, and I'm a new woman.
Which is why you choose to pursue the oldest profession in the world.
If I were you, I would shut my trap about other people's professions, Mr. I used to be in paper clips.
Well, maybe we shouldn't speak anymore. Yeah, maybe our nightly excursions are just taking up too much time on my dance card.
Well, what do I care? Any day now, my time will be consumed by my boss/fiance, Mr. Trevor Graydon III.
I'm serious, Millie. I've had it up to here with you and Graydon.
Well, I don't know what to tell you because I'm going to be his wife. And then what will you be, huh? Butterfly boy? Flower to flower to flower?
Well, you got a problem with that?
I'm merely suggesting that you grow up, skirt chaser.
Gold digger.
Womanizer.
Jezebel.
Casanova.
Coming.
Am I drunk? Or maybe I'm dreaming. I ought to be screaming. Cause suddenly everything today is thoroughly just like that. Without any warning. At 2 in the morning. Cause suddenly everything today is thoroughly. Were there signs? And I didn't see them. A random remark, occasional sigh. The day in the park, the gleam in his eye. Everything today is thoroughly. Everything today. Thoroughly. Gimmie. Oh, Gimmie. Silly boy. Gee, what a real swell guy. Gimmie, oh, Gimmie. What joy he makes my troubles fly. His glance had fireworks in it. We kissed, my heart did a whiz-bang flip-flop. Heaven for a minute. So Gimmie, oh Gimmie, troubles fly. His glance had fireworks in it. We kissed. My heart did a whiz-bang flip-flop, heaven for a minute. So Gimmie, oh Gimmie, don't you know what I can't quite confess? So coax me, implore me, I promise you won't bore me. Gimmie, I might say.
Now remember, it's our little secret.
But she's my best friend.
No, Dorothy.
Miss Dorothy.
Not to me.
attention to this matter is insincerely appreciated. Please accept our insincerest apologies. Yours insincerely.
I'm sorry, Miss Flannery.
If you're not, you will be, because I'm docking you $1.
$1? Oh, insincere trust.
Make it 2.
Gimmie, leave me alone.
Personal matters. Not on company time.
Not another $1. Sincere trust. Gimmie, we have nothing more to say to one another.
Dillmount?
I didn't ask him to call. I don't want him to call. I never want to see Gimmie Smith again.
Good. Forget about the boy, Dillmount. Get yourself a canary.
No canary in a cage for me. This canary's ready to fly free. Cut the cord. Is that the man I once adored? He's nothing but an albatross. No great loss, double cross. Forget about the boy. Pull the plug. Ain't he the one who pulled the rug? He's lower than an alley cat, dirty rat, and I flatter. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. And in the moonlight,
put the sun back in the sky. When he comes running, I'm not falling. Hallelujah. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy. Forget about the boy.
Ladies, the phone rang 11 times before I finally answered it myself. Not pleased at all. Where's Flannery? Back to work. Not so fast, John. Not so fast. I want a word with you. Alone.
Another crisis, Mr. Graydon?
A big one. John, that last batch of carbon paper was not up to snuff. Not at all. Write a memo to the head of supply. Read his beads.
Read beads.
Pin his ears back.
Pin ears?
Really go after it.
Really go after him. Oh, Mr. G.
Who?
You. Do you have a mo?
A what?
A moment. You see, I'd love to get a man's opinion on Rudolph Valentino.
Okay.
Well, you see, in The Sheik, he takes Agnes Hare's by brute force. And she enjoys it. She enjoys it a lot. So, Mr. Graydon, what is your opinion on brute force?
No, I'm not for it. Not for it at all. No, that's not what modern women want today. Give them a young man they can trust. Tom Sawyer at 20.
I never read Tom Sawyer. Was he sexy?
He was 12.
Well, when you got it, you got it.
I got it.
Psst. Millie.
Jeez.
We had to talk about last night.
Well, in case you didn't get the memo by my slamming the phone in your ear, let's just forget last night ever happened.
You can't be serious.
Really?
Leave her alone.
What lovely elbows you have, Miss Flannery.
From my mother's side. The Boggs women were always noted for their elbows.
I can see why.
Yes, my Barney was always partial to them, but then you and he are so much alike.
Well.
Get out of here. She never wants to see you again.
But you can't be serious.
You better believe it, Mr.
Millie!
Man.
Millie!
Thank you, Miss Flannery.
Peg.
Oh, Peg.
Millie, I hate to bother you at the office.
More research on how the other half lives? I got a taste of it myself last night.
Muzzy's party, you mean? Wasn't it heaven? Who knew how soon I'd be plunged into the depths of Hades?
Funny thing about remorse.
Oh, Millie, I feel so dirty. He had this peculiar grin on his face as he went to shake my hand, only it wasn't my hand he wanted to shake. He pounced. I couldnn't breathe.
It takes your breath away.
I felt
in the pit of your stomach.
My knees buckled.
Oh, no wonder you couldn't stop him. And for all you knew, I was going to marry my boss.
You mean you're not?
Well, I most certainly am. Oh, Miss Dorothy, promise me that no man will ever come between us.
As if anybody could take the place of my best friend.
Oh.
But what does this have to do with my audition for David Belasco?
Oh, that was this morning. How'd it go?
Fine. Until he pounced.
Him too? Boy, you've really been through it.
Do I look like the sort of girl who would allow a man to take liberties?
You look helpless, which to a man is even better. They think they can get away with it. Well, take a page from my book, Miss Dorothy. Callus up. Higher heels, shorter skirts, and... You're not gonna like this. Cut your hair.
Cut my hair?
No more lost little girl in the lion's den. What I am offering you is the fashion equivalent to a whip and a chair.
Tame the beast.
No time like the present, Miss Dorothy.
John, be a good scout and ring up my handball court, will you?
Yes, sir.
Reserve a court for 6:15. Gotta work up a good sweat. Edgy in the guts, tight in the... Oh, sweet it, at last I found thee.
A handball court for 6:15.
I know at last the secret of it all.
Handball. Oh, the longing, seeking, striving, waiting, yearning, the burning hopes, the joy and idle tears that fall. Can't you do better than that? I'll hold.
'Tis a very strange feeling I ne'er felt before. 'Tis a kind of a grind of depression.
My heart's acting strangely, it feels rather sore. At least it gives me that impression.
My pulses leap madly without any cause. Believe me, I'm telling you truly.
I'm gay without pause, then sad without cause.
My spirits are truly unruly, for I'm falling in love with someone, girl. I'm falling in love with someone. Hey, a world. Yes,
I'm falling in love with someone plain to see.
I'm sure I could love someone madly if someone would only love me.
Thank you. Did you two meet? Mr. Graydon, this is Miss Dorothy Brown from the Priscilla Hotel. Miss Dorothy and I are spending my lunch hour at the Madcap Beauty Spot. She's gonna have her hair smartly bobbed.
Bobbed! With your beauty.
Mr. Graydon, behave.
I bet you could make the moon and the stars behave.
Well, Miss Dorothy's an actress, you see, and I thought with the way the theater
Surely,
is today, so
you wouldn't
what?
drop some lucky stiff of playing with those adorable little curls now, would
Well, I
you?
only thought if she cut her hair.
Chuck it, John, just chuck it.
He calls me John, you see, because I'm...
Miss Dorothy, I'm going to take you to dinner to try to talk you out of doing mankind such a disservice. May I take the liberty of asking you to dine?
You may.
And afterwards, a bit of vaudeville at the Hippodrome. That is, if the comics aren't on. Their humor can get altogether a bit too ribald for the ladies' ear.
Perfect. Millie, I think I'll keep my curls at least until tonight. Instead, I'm going to find a suitable frock for this evening.
'Twill be gilding the lily.
Hush, Mr. Graydon.
Trevor.
Trevor. Till tonight.
7:15.
Sharp.
Oh, that Miss Dorothy. Great Scott, that Miss Dorothy. What a pretty little peach and skin to beat the band. What a perfect little pippin.
Perfect.
Dandy little bundle for a fella to cuddle.
Dandy.
I mean, just imagine that sweet softness in your arms. Yes. Well, John, make a dinner reservation at the plaza. Candlenook room. Quiet little corner table for 2. I think Miss Dorothy's for the plaza, don't you? And John, flowers.
There's a florist around the corner from the hotel. I'll order from them.
That's using the old bean. Roses, pink, 2 dozen.
2 dozen.
Long stemmed.
Long stem.
Plump.
On the fat side.
Millie out here.
God's sake, Gimmie, what are you doing?
Well, how else was I supposed to get to you? Old Elbows has every door barricaded. She says you never want to see me again.
That's what I told her.
Well, take it back. Take it back or I'll jump.
Gimmie! I am in no mood for this. It's been a rough day.
Well, can I help?
I don't know. Do you need a stenog? I'm quitting my job. Mr. Graydon is no longer available. He's lost his heart. Talk about your tangled web. He's fallen for a friend of ours.
Miss Dorothy? Well, I'll be.
Bitter? No, Gimmie. Don't blame her. I don't. I really don't. Mr. Graydon either. Love swamped him. We're too young to live a life of hate.
I agree. So let's kiss and make up. Well, at least make up. Maybe that kissing idea wasn't such a good one.
Or maybe you'd prefer kissing Miss Dorothy.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't deny it, Gimmie. I may have been a little giddy from champagne, but I saw you leaving her room last night.
Well, what did you think we were doing?
Gee, I can't imagine. Not that I'd have to. She told me everything.
Then you have your wires crossed.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to her room. I had to talk to somebody.
An intimate conversation from the looks of it.
Actually, yeah, it was. I don't know, I've just been so confused lately. So mixed up. I mean, ever since you tripped me, Millie, life's just been so topsy-turvy. Like, take now, for instance. Why am I sitting on this ledge hundreds of feet in the air?
Good question. Now, can you answer it inside, Gimmie? You're making me nervous.
No can do. I like the view. Everything looks so different from up here.
Better or worse?
I don't know. You tell me.
Just the same skyline I see every day.
No, I'm talking 20 stories below us. I mean, thousands of buses, hundreds of cabs, thousands of people way down below, wandering to and fro. Tireless people, no time to lose, crowding the avenues and parks on their marks, racing fast, quite a cast. Millions of people, pick any two, they could be just like you and me used to be, way back when. Strangers, then I turned the corner, and there you stood. You smile like home to me, your heart familiar. No use pretending, not that I could. I turned the corner when I met you. I turned the corner, stopped on a dime, like I remembered someone long forgotten. No mere flirtation, no marking time.
I turned the corner when I met you. When I met you, was our encounter planned? Destiny's guiding hand, fortune or fate, it's grand. The way you make me
Have dinner with me.
All right. A celebration.
And we'll do it upright. Champagne.
Caviar.
Lobster.
A 4-star joint so swank they don't even put prices on the menu.
I got it. Muzzy's singing at Cafe Society tonight. We'll go there.
Deal. And Dutch treat.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. We'll pull what little money we have together and blow it all on one memorable meal. And if we don't eat for another month, who cares?
all of the past erased.
All of the past erased.
You to face. Now that my life is blessed, I'll never be the same. Turn the corner. On the ground. My spirit soared as you appeared before me. I wasn't looking.
I didn't
Look what I found. I turned the corner when I met you.
John!
Well, I guess you better get back before your ex-lover misses you.
pick me up at 7.
Pick you up at 7.
I turned the corner when I met you.
Falling in love with
I'm falling in love with someone.
I'm falling in love with
Yes, I'm falling in love with someone. Plain to see.
I'm sure I could love someone.
I love you, Miss Dorothy.
If someone would only love me.
He loves me. He loves me not.
That Mrs. Maisi.
No, what, Ching Ho?
Nôn cho anh lên xanh hai đôi lại siêu chị.
Hổ sinh nhất âm chui quỳ hồn hổ.
Lô tôi mình bắt nối Ching hai mà.
呢個世界就係任境㗎啦，有人輸，有人贏，努力就贏得㗎。邊個做到碌嘅？
And curtains! Spare me the family feud, boys. It boils down to this. Who's it gonna be? Miss Dorothy? Or Mama? Everything seems lovely when you start to roam. The birds are singing the day that you stray, but wait until you are farther away. Things won't be so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you'll be saying when you're far from home. That's right. Now you're talking.
太陽中放，
太陽照西方。
But you know where 太陽照 best.
照你母親她身上，
照我母親她身上，我的心有溫陽照耀。
You can take the cooking.
让人主动来。
Take her home.
我来了，我来看我的不在。Mammy，我远走百万里，看你笑眯眯 ，My Mammy。 我远走百万里，看你笑眯眯，我已被伴随，也不害怕。
They'll work for Mrs. Meers the rest of their years. But
Mammy， 我远走百万里，看你笑眯眯 ，My Mammy。
Life is a holiday, I'm talking June to May, a nightly sellout show, and baby I'm front row. Bye bye the lonely nights, only nights when the two of us can do. Skies are sunny and clear, long as I'm here with you. The world's a sugar bowl, it sevens every road. Sweet dreams of paradise, the view is mighty nice. I got no blues to sing, choose to sing a melody for two. Happy endings are here, long as I'm here with you.
Well, you said we'd hear Muzzy sing, but you didn't say we'd be hearing her from the kitchen.
Hey, we both came up short, all right?
True. Now we know why they don't put prices on the menu. They're ashamed.
Well, this is not how I intended the night to end.
You sure about that?
What's that supposed to mean?
When you want to see a show, you're an usher for the night. Is this how you get your fish eggs?
Hey, look, I said I'd ask Money to friend the dough.
She can't. She's busy. It's not like we could pay her back anyway. It'd be macaroni in my room for a month. And you... Well, never mind.
What? Go on.
This is fun.
Well, where's the soy sauce?
Stick with vinegar. My grandmother swears it'll clean anything. Granny dear, mother mine, not for the life of me. I'm sorry, Jimmy, this was a mistake. We're not right for each other.
But Millie, I've got no blues to sing, choose to sing a melody for two. Happy endings are here, long as I'm here with you. Who cares if there's no news? All that the Yankees lose. Can't pay my income tax, but in spite of the fact, no one can ask for more. Get in a candy store. That jackpot has been hit. I'm living proof of it. And as for all that jazz, all my bass, I found a heart that's true. What a red letter here, long as I'm here with you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and yeah, you too. So happy, dear, long as I'm here with, long as I'm here with you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, goodbye to you.
Woo. Thanks, Matilda.
Oh, and Miss Phoenix, you've got yourself this.
Between sets?
This one you'll want to see.
All right. Millie? What are you doing here?
It was supposed to be dinner for two, and it ended up dishes for 200.
Let me guess. Jimmy, right?
And I'm still crazy about him. It almost seemed fun, but not a lifetime of it. Not for me. I may be a working girl, but I'm no boob.
Well, what's wrong with being a working girl? Shoot, I was a working girl myself when I was in the chorus. And by the way, I was no boob.
No, but you married well. That's my plan, and I've got to stick to it.
Oh, yes. Jimmy told me about your plan to marry a boss.
Yes.
And love has nothing to do with it?
No, ma'am. I'm a modern.
You're a boob.
But, Muzzy...
Sit down, Millie. Sit down. Now, I know you're not going to believe this, but when I first met Mr. Van H, I had no idea he was a real live multimillionaire. I thought he was just another one of those darling daddies that used to hang around the stage door. Cross my heart. And Millie, he drank beer. Well, truth be known, I actually do prefer beer. Oh, Millie, he was such a wonderful and great man. Affection, you know, that's what we had, affection. Well, anyway, we became engaged, and Mr. Van H gave me one of those great big old green glass brooches. And one night I loaned it to one of my girlfriends so that she could impress the new beau. Well, as fate would have it, the new beau turned out to be a jeweler. And that green glass brooch, it turned out to be an emerald. Well, I must admit, in this case, I truly did prefer emeralds. Oh, but I was heartsick. I thought Mr. Van H had stolen it, so I begged him to give it back and to go straight. He just laughed and laughed. And he told me he really was a genuine multi-millionaire, even if he didn't look like one to this old girl. Snookums, even though it was an emerald, I tell you, we could have made it on green glass. We could have made it on green glass.
Leslie, you're so worthwhile.
Oh, sweet Millie, if marriage is on your mind, love has everything to do with it. Oh, well, they're starting my number. Millie, follow your heart.
Simple choice, nothing more. This or that, either or. Marry well, social world, businessman, clever girl. Or picture on a green glass, love. What kind of life am I dreaming of? I say, gimme, gimme that thing called love. I want it. Gimme that thing called love. I need it. Highs and lows, tears and laughter. Give me happy ever after. Give me that thing called love. Give me that thing called love. I crave it. Give me that thing called love. I'll brave it, thick and thin, rich or poor times. Give me years and I'll want more time. Give me that thing called love. Give me that thing called love. I'm free now. Give me that thing called love. I see now fly dove, sing a sparrow. Give me Cupid's famous arrow. Give me that thing called love. I don't care if he's a nobody. In my heart, he'll be a somebody to love me. I need it. Give me that thing called love. I want it. Here I am saying Valentine. My bags are packed. I'm first in line. Aphrodite, don't forget me. Romeo and Juliet, me. Fly dove, sing a sparrow. Give me Fat Boy's famous arrow. Give me that thing called
That's beautiful. Excuse me. I know I left the secret of it all.
Sir, I really must insist that you stop.
Chuck it, ma'am. Just chuck it.
Well, I never. Dexter, come.
Hey, set me up, Tapster.
Mr. Graydon?
Oh, hello, John. More coffee, please.
Strong coffee.
Not strong enough. Could that never be strong enough?
Not never. Double negative. Mr. Graydon, what's happened to you?
She stood me up.
Miss Dorothy stood you up? How strange.
Millie? You didn't leave.
Oh, I started to, but then I realized. I'll explain later. Go on, Mr. Graydon.
Well, I went to the hotel Priscilla to call on Miss Dorothy and the woman at the front desk?
Mrs. Meers?
Yeah, she told me she had checked out. No note, no forwarding address. Where is she, John?
I don't know.
Something is seriously wrong here.
You suspect foul play, son?
Well, Miss Dorothy wouldn't just leave without telling anybody.
Ethel Pease did, and another girl when I first moved in. Both of them here one day and gone the next without a word to anyone except Mrs. Meers.
What did these young ladies have in common? Worldly possessions?
Gosh, no. Ethel Pease didn't have a dime, and what's-her-face was flat broke. An orphan, poor thing. Sad to be all alone in the world.
How's that?
Mrs. Meers is always saying that.
Mrs. Meers again.
You don't think?
I do.
You don't mean?
White slavery! Cruel but true. If a girl is all alone in the world and she checks out, who's to question her fate?
But Mrs. Dorothy isn't all alone in the world.
Certainly not.
She's got us.
When was the last time you saw Dr. Priscilla?
I knocked on her door when I got home from work, but no answer. I figured she was napping.
Kidnapping, I'd say.
Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm gonna get the police.
Steady, boy. Anything that might arouse Mrs. Mears' suspicions might mean an end to Miss Dorothy.
He's right. We need a temporary orphan. Someone who's willing to put herself in harm's way.
I get it. Someone to take the bait, do a Sleeping Beauty, and lead us right to Miss Dorothy.
Bingo. I'd do it myself, but she knows me.
And she's unlikely to forget the cane that I raised when she told me Miss Dorothy was gone.
Graydon, I don't think either of us could pass as a new girl in town.
But I know someone who would.
Coming. I'm coming! Do you have any idea what time it is?
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't wake you.
At 3 a.m.? Why would I be asleep? Now, what can I do for you, Miss Madam?
The sign says vacancy, so I'd like to fill it.
You sure you come to right place?
This is a hotel, ain't it?
Uh-huh. The Hotel Priscilla, a residence for young ladies.
Precisely. I need a room.
Suit yourself. A nice sunny room just become available.
Oh, I can't wait to move in, unpack, and settle down. I don't know a soul in New York City. I don't know a soul anywhere except for at the orphanage.
Sad to be all alone in the world. But, surely that was years ago.
Not at all. I came straight away from St. Beneventure's home for orphan children.
Did you walk? Now, if you just register here, yeah, pencil for you.
Okay.
Just on the line right there.
Okay.
Zazu.
Yeah.
Rosie.
Yeah.
Schmevman.
Yeah, it's a Swedish.
Oh, funny. I think you finished. Now, before I show you to your room, why don't we get acquainted over a soothing cup of green tea?
Oh, I'm just mad for green tea.
Hello, Buddha. Butterfly here. I just went through something very traumatic. But I got another one for you. Price to sell at $270 and $250. A little long in the tooth, but in a dark corner on the late shift at Big Mary's Tot Shop in Hong
You
Kong.
coming?
Make it $150.
here, wheeling me through the lobby in a cart filled with dirty laundry? Most irregular. I don't care how middle class a place it is. This is no time for the newspaper. I demand an explanation. Police are on the lookout for Daisy Crumpler.
Easy's my easy.
Mrs. Meers? Dear me, she needs a new headshot. But why are the police after her? White slavery. No. No, help me! Somebody help me!
Oh, I protect you, Miss Dorothy.
May I see that, please? Dwo J, Mr. Ho.
Oh, Ching Ho.
Ching Ho.
Ching Ho! Bun Fu!
She's coming!
Bun Fu! Ching Ho! Bun Fu! Where is your brother? Your brother! Oh, skip it! You've been in this country for over a month and you still don't speak a word of English. You are going nowhere. Just like that mother of yours. She will rot in Hong Kong before I import her. And you're too big a fool to know anything about it. Go find Ching Ho! Now! Hold tight, Zazu. The boat won't sail without you. Zazu Rosie Schmevman. You can't make that up. Or could you? Zazu Rosie Schmevman. Separate the Z's. Susan Zori Mesmev. Move the V. Mossy H. Muzzoving. Carry the H. Muzzy Van Hosmeer. Muzzy Van Hosmeer. Or can I still call you Mabel?
How do you know mine? Daisy Crumpler. I haven't seen you since they kicked you out of the chorus.
I was too good for the chorus.
Well, you're slipping. I'm on to your little act.
You can't prove anything.
Come on, you drugged me and stashed me in a cart.
So it's a budget hotel. Besides, what are you going to do about it? You won't talk. At least not where you're going unless you speak Chinese.
The disappearance of Muzzy Van Hosmeer will cause quite a stir.
Oh, what the name again? Van Hosmeer? No, I do not know a Van Hosmeer, but I do recall that a Zazu Shameverman check in then check out at my hotel today. Oh, rest, girl, just like countless others. Orphans, every one of them, who no one misses when they disappear. Comparitory. But then, I don't have to tell you. You'll have plenty of time to hear their stories on those summer nights in Hong Kong.
John! Repeat that back to me, please.
Van Hofmeer, no, I don't know what Van Hofmeer, but I do recall that Zazu Schmidman checked in, then checked out of my hotel today. A restless girl like countless others, orphans, every one of them, who no one ever misses when they disappear completely. But then I don't have to tell you, you'll have lots of time to hear their stories as you get to know their summer and how their night in Hong Kong.
Every word of your summation has to stand out in the nation.
So, you eavesdropped on me. Inadmissible hearsay. Where is the proof? Where is the proof?
Hong Kong!
Oh, Bun Fu!
Buddha get girl, Meers get cash. $500-600, $1,000 for Miss Dorothy.
If you ever want to see your mother again, you will do
You liar! You know bring Amma over? Oh, me English better than you Chinese.
Yeah, give it up, Crumpler, or Meers, or whatever your alias du jour is.
Not alias, Jimmy. Stage name. But really, Daisy, is this what you have been reduced to? A character part in your own tale of villainy and terror?
Character part? Character part? Try-star!
Well, your show's about to close.
Unless you give us Miss Dorothy. Where is she?
Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found thee.
Miss Dorothy!
Oh,
我明了心底的意料。
What about me?
Puppy love, Trevor. I thought it was the real thing until Ching rescued me from an unspeakable fate.
I would die for you, Miss Dorothy.
Oh, I love that. Thank God, Miss Dorothy.
Oh, Aya! Mrs. Meers!
Oh, don't worry. She won't get far. Right, girls?
Right, stop it.
Oh, I'm done for you.
We'd love to stay and chat, but Nancy's got an audition down at police headquarters.
The one gig she's sure to bun.
And as a reward, the three of us surrounded by a precinct full of men.
The quality of mercy is not restrained. It droppeth as the gentle
Next!
Saigis inundando cochao.
So, where were we before all this kidnapping and white slavery and the like? That's right. Will you marry me?
Gimmie!
Answer the question. Will you marry me?
I'll marry you.
As poor as I am?
Poor as you are. Because if it's marriage I have in mind, love has everything to do with it. Right, Muzzy?
Hallelujah. Now, off with the mask, Gimmie.
Mask?
My name is Herbert J. Van Hosmeer III. First Vice President of Van Hosmeer Enterprises.
The J is for James.
And the Van Hosmeer as in Muzzy?
As in my mother.
Stepmother, I am too young to be your mama.
So it was all a lie? The circle line, the paper clips?
It wasn't far from the truth, Millie. The fortune was founded in steel.
Miss Dorothy, you're in on this too?
I'm his sister, Miss Dorothy Carnegie Mellon Vanderbilt Van Hosmeer.
You see, Millie, every fortune hunter south of the hemisphere was after Miss Dorothy. And Gimmie was wasting all his time and money on the wrong kind of women. So I sent each of the children into the world with $25 each in hopes that they would find truly, truly sweet partners. And they have. Oh, children, your father would be so proud of you.
So I guess you already have a stenog.
Several hundred, actually.
You included, John. You see, Van Hosmeer Worldwide Enterprises owns Sincere Trust Insurance Company. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you last night, sir, but, well, John Barleycorn got the better of me. Won't happen again. Congratulations, John. Yep.
So you see, Snickums, you can marry the boss after all.
Who cares? I found myself a green glass love.
Funny. I found myself an emerald. Have you seen the way they kiss in the movie?
Isn't it delectable?
She's the best stenog I've ever had.
Oh, stenog! I type you 50 words a minute!
Oh,